In this video, I'm going to give you a glimpse of what life is like for my family and I living in a cabin in the woods during winter. When it comes to sweeping off snow from vehicles, I much prefer a giant push broom to a regular vehicle brush and ice scraper. Just get a lot more surface area. Turns the job of several minutes into more like several seconds. So what's going on here, sweetie?
well, I'm growing adult teeth, but they seem to be spiky.
You're growing adult teeth? They seem to be spiky? Well, let's see. Oh yeah, there they are at the bottom, eh? They're coming in. Yep, they are a little spiky. You're swinging a little crazy, sweetie.
I'm just trying to avoid my dog. Whee!
So I'm out here about 30 yards from the cabin. You can see the Christmas lights through the trees a little bit there. I've hiked out here through knee-deep snow, making fresh tracks in order to dump our compost. We get rid of our compostable food waste down a deep rock crack in some of the naturally occurring alvar around this area. And just thought I'd show you this because it's kind of interesting. Some of these tracks are mine, but some of them are coyote, deer, fox, rabbit. Because there's edible stuff here that I dump down this rock crack, animals love this area, especially in winter when food is scarce. So these tracks are all animal. These ones here, for instance, look like, it's hard to tell, they're filled in a little, but I'd say deer. And I know I've heard coyotes over the last few nights in the area too, so there's probably been some of those. Looks like they've been doing some digging in this area. This is usually right where I dump the compost. You can see the crack down there. Someone's definitely been digging here in a big way. Yeah, for sure this isn't just deer. There's definitely some canine looking prints here. So when it comes to heating our cabin in the woods, I've heated with wood in the past, hardwood, but these days we use this thing. A chubby stove, it's called. It burns anthracite coal. This stuff here. Basically like hard, shiny black rocks. I'll just open it up here so you can see what it looks like. Just glowing black rocks with a few blue flames. Gives a lot of heat. Heats the cabin here, no problem. And the best part is that the stove only requires about 5 minutes of maintenance every 12 hours.
What do I like about life here in the woods? A lot of things. I love the nature and the space, the freedom, the fresh air, wildlife. I love waking up and looking through the window and seeing trees. Just the beauty of nature. This is peaceful and it helps you gather your thoughts and make plans for your day, for the month, for the future. It just helps.
Lots of fresh snow, which means it's time to get out the four-wheeler and plow blade and clear the driveway. Sometimes when the snow is sticky like this, it gets all bound up and bunched up in the plow blade. So you have to hack it out so that the plow blade will keep working. So I'm just out here doing my daily winter check of the ice situation on our roof here at our cabin in the woods. And it's important to manage this because ice dams can form really easily when you have sustained cold weather with lots of snow on your roof. Even with thick roof insulation, the heat coming through the house will penetrate through the roof and cause melting, and that's what results in icicles like this. Now, I'm not too worried about this particular spot. I'm actually just going to break this off here so it doesn't get too heavy. There we go. There are other spots on the roof I'm more concerned about, which is why I've equipped them with smart thermostatically controlled heating cables. A couple of them plug in with extension cords here at this outside outlet. Here's one going up the wall now. Eventually this vertical run of cable will be encased with some downspout, but at the moment there's just a short length of eaves trough and a gutter up there, and you can't see, but on the top of it there's a few passes of cable going back and forth, and then of course coming out the outlet where it'll eventually have a downspout going down the wall. And then on the other side, the north side here, which is just a regular eaves, no valleys or anything, we've got what's called an edge cutter system made by a Canadian company called Heatline. And you can see where the heating cable goes into an aluminum channel, which follows the full length of the roof here. That heating cable is on right now, and it heats the aluminum channel so that the entire bottom 6 inches or so of eaves, of shingles on the edge of the roof, cannot form ice. My rounds for today are almost done. There's just one more spot to check. We have a lot of snow this year, so I think there's going to be some serious ice buildup. Here on our deck, we have this inner corner here where, again, the 2 roof lines are meeting, and we have a downspout there and a trough, an eaves trough equipped with heating cable, but there's no heating cable going down the downspout yet. And as a result, as I suspected, the downspout has started to freeze solid and water has started to leak out and then refreeze on the outside. So we've got this ice buildup situation here. Now, this looks bad, and I certainly wouldn't want to leave it like this long term, but ultimately it's going to be fixed when I install an additional heating cable, the leader of which is going to follow underneath the eaves. Then the cable will come up, go through the top of the gutter, the eaves trough, down the downspout, and ultimately out from under the building. And that will provide a melting point and a path for water to escape. So this freezing solid inside the downspout business won't continue. It's about 10:45 at night, and I'm out here instead of in bed because the power just went out. I'm in the process of hooking up our portable generator via extension cords to all of the most important electrical items in the house that we need to power. Eventually, we're going to have a device installed under our meter base that lets us power everything in the house with the generator using a single cable. But until we get that installed, we use this backwoods extension cord method, which is always a bit interesting in knee-deep snow like this with more falling all the time. But you have to be resilient when you're living in the country. Just phoned in the outage. Hydro says their estimated return of power is 3 hours from now, but I know from experience that's probably overly optimistic. So I'm going to get things plugged in. The heating cables that are keeping the sewage and water lines from freezing, the fridge, and the maybe the water pump as well, so that we can get water if need be. And then we'll just wait it out. So it's the next morning now after the power outage. Power came back at between 3 and 4 in the morning last night. I just let the generator run all night because it's good to actually clean it completely out of gas periodically, including the carburetor, so that it doesn't get all gummed up next time you want to start it, especially in the winter. We had some more snow last night, so the generator got a little snow covered. So I'm going to sweep it off, unplug, and put away these extension cords that I used to feed into the house. and put the generator away in the outhouse behind me there.
There's also snowbanks and I can walk on them. It's so solid.
Yeah, there is a lot of snowbanks, that's
Good
true.
girl, Lunka. Tree. Luna, sit. Okay, I know you're excited. Okay, sit. Luna. Shake the paw. Good girl.
Well, I certainly hope you enjoyed that video showing a bit of our life in winter here at our cabin in the woods. If you did, drop the video a like and share it with your friends and subscribe to our channel for lots more videos like this one.